Hey everybody, my name is John Rice and I am an artist living in New York City, and I'm also the creator of the MINDSCAPES Tarot. The MINDSCAPES Tarot is a collection of 25 major arcana tarot cards done in the style of classical landscape paintings, and I did them all by hand in oil pastel. I created the MINDSCAPES Tarot in response to the COVID-19 pandemic when we were all trapped inside. So the cards themselves are all windows out to different places inspired by real locations in the world, places inspired by different cultures, different wisdom traditions. And I integrated a lot of elements from psychology and mythology, even color theory, that act as a sort of direct line to the subconscious. So the cards act not only as windows out, but also windows into ourselves. Anybody can read with the MINDSCAPES Tarot. I crafted this deck for complete beginners as well as seasoned tarot card readers. You don't really need to have any prior knowledge of arcane symbols or systems. Just due to all of our collective human consciousness, you should be able to look at these images and interpret them and understand them. We all saw so much loss during the pandemic. We had a loss of freedom in terms of going outside. We had a loss of life, of loved ones. We had a loss of personal identity in many cases, and it was just this very tumultuous emotional journey. And I feel like that journey is very much what the tarot is all about. And even the energy of this time, I feel like, is in these images and in this deck. So in a way, it's sort of like a time capsule of this transformation in all of our lives. So this is the deluxe package. It contains a fine art book, like a coffee table book, which also doubles as a guidebook. And it has behind the scenes stories and photos. It has individual pages for each of the cards. I wanted to give every single one its own showcase. And it even has a section in the back for personal notes for your own journaling, to write down your own thoughts about the cards, so you can almost make your own little guidebook. The deck itself will come in a lovely black velvet carry bag. It's double lined, very luxurious and mysterious looking. It's got these little silk drawstrings. I wanted the deck to come in just a standard tuck box. I didn't want any of the bells and whistles to distract from the artwork. It's got a gold foil seal, which I have opened already. And the cards themselves, I could not be happier with the quality of these. They're printed on a super smooth, very thick cardstock. They shuffle really well. They've got a sleek gold gilt edge, almost like a little frame for all of the art. And the colors are all completely accurate and true to life. I'm really, really picky about that. So these are all very accurate representations of the original artworks. So it'll be like a little gallery in your pocket. The journey of this deck was a long one. I started it as just a personal project at the beginning of the pandemic. It was just something to preoccupy my time and my mind. But then I started to post it on social media just on a whim, and it took off, and people really responded to the images that I was sharing. And a project that I thought was just going to last a few months ended up lasting for 2 years. And it became this sort of back and forth feedback with the audience, where people would tell me stories and anecdotes and what they saw in the cards and how the cards were speaking to them. And I just was so touched by that. And it was just such a special journey that we were all on, that I really wanted to honor this deck and present it in the absolute best way possible. So if this deck and this artwork are speaking to you, I encourage you to go ahead and make a pledge. There are lots of different tiers and options and rewards to choose from. There's the options that we just went through here with the deluxe package. There's a lot of fine art options for people who like to hang things on the walls, like me. But they do get more expensive as time goes on, so I encourage you to pledge early. That said, thank you all so much for being on this journey with me. It has been a wonderful 2 years, and truly I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. You all inspired me to keep putting the work out there, and now it is time to celebrate this thing that we made together. So I hope you enjoy MINDSCAPES, a tarot panorama.